Hello, hello, hello again. Yeah, again. I was just scrolling on YouTube and I noticed that somebody was live on YouTube. And I did do a live about her before, think about a couple years ago or so. But now she's acting like, well, professional victim, you could say. And it's Shanny. Yes, Shanny. The hippo. She is alone and she's hurting. She's so hurting. I'm talking about hurting big time. She's crying. She's a big baby right now. Hold on, I need to do something. Something I should have done. Okay, so I had to push it to one screen. And this is off YouTube, so I'm pretty sure there's going to be ads and stuff. So, yeah, I guess we need to show what Shanny's all about. A lot of people are aware of Shanny, and I am aware of Shanny. I have listened to a few of her lives when she was on Twitch and when she was on uh, Rumble. She was on all kinds of things. So I watched her. I paid attention to her. And well, so yeah, she's something else. This one got me all reeled up. She got me all reeled up. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch some Shani.
But there's no one to talk to, really. Because, like, everyone's got their own life, and you don't want to bother them. But at the same time, it's like you're silent. Like, I've been doing this for days, just silently screaming to the top of my lungs. Very depressed, very sad.
Okay, Shani, you're very depressed and you're sad. Look who you're living with, and you're not doing anything to make your life any better.
Very, like, why don't people give a fuck? Like, and I give all the fucks. Yo, I I just wish my life was different. I wish it wasn't full of people who do nothing but pretend love me and abandon me.
Okay, look at everything you have done. You have done a lot of shit to people. The way you lie, manipulate everybody.
Like I didn't mean anything. It's like no closure with anyone. It's just they're gone.
Because that's what you get when you say bullshit to people.
And you don't have anyone because it's like they were in your world and they're gone. And you don't know what you did. It's just, no, I'm just not good enough for anyone. That's just how it feels. Like, I'm not good enough for anyone, and I never will be. And I'll be alone, sad, and crying, and an emotional fucking wreck.
Um, okay. What did you do to your parents? You fucked around with them. You were too lazy to do it to help your mom. Your parents were raising your kids while you when you were living with them. Um, yeah, you basically just stayed in bed all the time while your mother was up and around. She was sick, and you didn't lift a finger for them.
You know, it used to be a motto of mine. All I ever wanted was to be loved. Now it's like, why? All they're gonna do is backstab you, betray you, hurt you, pretend like you don't exist. Like, why? Why even try? Why even try to have friendship or family or anything when they all just hurt you and break your heart?
Because you play with them. You play with their emotions. You scam them. You lie to them. How many people you scammed? Many.
And my heart's been so broken in my life that it's just like, I know I'm gonna die of a broken heart.
A lot of people did survive broken heart. Having a lot of people breaks their heart. A lot of people do survive. I did. A lot of people did. They're still living. We got therapy to get some help. You never did.
I know. I know I'm gonna die from it. Because really, there is no point in me living. I have no real purpose in living. I don't. My purpose was to love others, to help others, to be there for them, and just was never good enough for them.
And if you're mentioning your kids don't love you, that is your fault because you chose a man who abused your kids over your kids. You know, it's like if I had a choice between a man or kids, I would choose I would choose the kids. Plus, in a way, they're at a better place because you neglected them.
It'll never be good enough for them. And honestly, I don't know what I could have done to be good enough for them. Was it me? Was I not good enough? Was my love not good enough?
Look what you did to your kids. You neglected them. You pushed them aside for a man. You let a man abuse your kids. It came to a point where CPS took them away.
Was it my mental illness? Was it too much for them to handle and they didn't speak to me about it?
Well, first of all, if you admit you have mental health, okay, it's best to go seek therapy. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to tell you to keep the kick rev to the curb. Move out, get on your own, get your life together. But no, you'd rather sit on the couch all day streaming You playing some video games, okay, and smoking Delta 8, yeah, another one with Delta 8, and saying those lies. You're saying you're sick, and no, you're not. You never showed proof that you're sick. I remember one time you said, well, not one time, more than one time, you said you were in hospice and you got a food delivery service. But what you showed was more like those microwave meals.
Like, I've been abandoned by so many people. And this is so with borderline, and I'm still alive. And it's a miracle I'm still alive. I say I'm forced to live to suffer. That is like a new motto I think I have is forced to live to suffer.
One thing you got to do is just turn your life around. Get out of those doors. Get off the couch. Get out of the door. Step outside. Go volunteering. Go seek therapy. And I'm sure they're going to be helping you like crazy. Probably within a month or 2 months, you're going to be a whole new you.
Because that's all my life is. Just pain and heartache and pain and more heartache. It's just my birthday was fucking horrible.
I'm thinking you speaking about your kids that you abandoned.
Just horrible. I've been flaring.
Yo, real question. How fast can you actually
Stupid
cash out
commercials.
on those casino apps? Okay, let's be real. Waiting for your win.
Hates it. And to know that this pain, this physical pain is caused by trauma.
What kind of trauma? I did um watch the interview they did with your mom, and you never had trauma.
What others did to me. And I'm the one who suffers till all my days. I'm the one who suffers. The people who did this to me, they don't suffer. They can go on living their life.
As they should. Nobody should stop living just for you.
Me, my life has stopped, and all I have is
Hey, Mrs. Robinson.
four walls and a fucking screen and a fan and pillows and blankets. That's all I have.
Only you could do something. Like I said before, step outside and go seek therapy. Go volunteer. Go do stuff outside the house. I'm not talking about you going to the gas station to go get your Delta 8. No. I'm talking about you going out. Volunteer. There's resources for therapy.
Just for the simplest of comfort. Simplest of comfort. And that doesn't take the pain away either.
I think so, Mrs. Robinson.
It certainly doesn't take the heartache away, and I just sit all day long just dissociated. Because nobody really loves me.
That is your fault. It's like like I said earlier, you scammed, you lied all your life, and you got nothing. When Rev got the money for the house, you spent it all on junk instead of just saying, well, what about we need a house? We need a place to stay. We'll buy a house or keep the house.
And I'm alone. Always alone. Always in my head. Always thinking, what did I do? How could have I made it better? How can I, and I'm so sick of trying to fit in a world that I don't belong in.
One of those two or both.
It's just like, look at her, she's a horrible person. And it's just like, do you know how hard my reality is? Anything, you should be happy that I'm suffering. Well, there's another point why I'm upset too. It's like something's going on with Trump and he's looking really sick. I don't like it. He looks like he's suffering really bad, and I'm just hearing these news pundits and they're so fucking giddy over this man suffering. And I know Trump is his asshole, okay? But I definitely do not take enjoyment into seeing other people suffer, even if I don't like them or not.
Yeah, she could have done better by her kids. It's like she neglected those kids and she chose Rev instead of her kids. So that's not a normal mom.
You know, I had a bunch of people come to me, why don't you celebrate Carrie's channel being terminated? I'm like, no, I'm not an asshole like that. And what am I celebrating exactly? Someone's life being turned over? Another person hurt? Is that what I'm supposed to be celebrating? Yeah, I know she talks shit about me. I know.
Well, I know Carrie. I do follow Carrie. I was in a lot of her lives, actually, mostly in the bushes. But she knows you. She spoke to you. She has DMs with you. She was one of your mods.
But I don't find enjoyment in the suffering of others. I never will. And then there's this, like this Brett King thing, and he's saying that Jason's run him under the bus, and it's not true. It's just there's a lot of things about Smokey Saint, and I don't want to associate with someone like him. And neither does Jason, because he did go to jail for this stuff.
Yeah, but he went to jail for abusing your kids, too.
I don't want to go into any other detail, but like he did, and I don't want to. And he's with a much younger woman now, and it's just to me, it's really gross. And Brett wants to do an interview with the drunken peasants now, with Smokey Satan. So So it's not. It's gonna be two men who I like, not Brett, but Smokey State and Ben. And they're two men who obviously like to take advantage of those who are younger than them. And it's just gross to me that you'd sell your soul out like that. And I, about her doing things, and it's like, what the fuck? You were complaining about her ceiling. Now you're complaining about her living a life I wish I had. I wish I could go places and do things.
That's easy to do. Just get off get off the couch, open the door, and walk out. That's how you do it.
I wish I wasn't stuck in fucking four walls. I wish my legs would work again.
You're perfectly healthy. You're just overweight. Okay. You got to do it one step at a time. Just go. You can walk around the house. You could go up and down the stairs. Your legs are good.
And I wish people would stop being fucking douchebags.
Uh, why don't you stop being a scammer and a liar and an abuser? That would work.
I wish I wasn't ignored by the people that shouldn't be ignoring me. I wish people were more transparent in their intentions. Like, if you were transparent and was like, yeah, my intention is to hurt you, I'd respect that a little bit more than doing that sneaky shit behind my back and then backstabbing me. Like, I do. I respect those who come to me and be like, I don't like you. Good. At least I know not to, engage with you. You know? I know it's like little people with like sneaky little intentions and doing horrible things to people because of those sneaky intentions. Like, I know I deserve better how I'm treated by others. Because I try my best to be respectful and polite and decent. Even if I know the majority won't love me or even be nice to me. It's not about that. It's my integrity, my morals, my ethics, and how I choose to be as a person. I don't want to fight. I've made that pretty clear, I think. That the fight has been fought out of me. I've been punched too many times. It's just unnecessary bullshit. That anger I used to have. I used to do this like secondary emotion of anger whenever I feel sadness or loneliness because I didn't like how it felt.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
Tell you the truth, when I'd react that way toward my parents when I was little, it'd get me beaten more.
Your parents were never abusive, from what? I saw from the interview with your mom is that they did everything for you, but you were too lazy to lift up a finger. Because your mother did say something from what I could remember. I haven't heard it in a long time, that interview. But your room had piss and shit everywhere. And I'm talking about human, okay? Um, I had diapers everywhere. So, yeah,
So in my development mind, it caused some kind of fissure where
oh yeah, you never, your mother, while she was taking care of you and your kids and the house that you lived in, okay, it's like she had cancer and you never lift a finger to help your mother who had cancer.
happiness could evoke sadness or suffering or from my parents or
I think it's her mother or father had cancer. The other one, I think, passed as one of them had heart issues, but they're both gone from what I could think of.
so it's caused this really bad brain chemistry thing that cannot be fixed. Complete brain damage.
You don't have brain damage. You don't at all. Your brain has gone cuckoo because of all the Delta 8 that you and Reb smoke.
And I just have to sit here and wait while these feelings consume me because my dampening systems in my brain don't even work to calm these emotions, this dysregulation of emotion.
That's a Delta 8. Well, Delta 8 and gabapentin.
Because my parents didn't teach me to cope. Instead, it was like pushed away, deal with it yourself, and you're a little kid, you don't know how to deal with that shit. You don't know how to deal with it. They just, like, this world is not a good place. It's just evil. Which I know it sounds weird, but it's nice to be in these four walls. Because you can avoid a lot of the evil by isolation, but at the same time, you're lonely and you're sad.
Just take a step out of the door and just go. Nothing's stopping you. Hell, I have arthritis in my legs and my knees, and I have arthritis in my hips. And guess what? I'm out the door. I just do my own things. If I want to go for groceries, I go for groceries. If I want to go downtown, I go downtown. Nothing is stopping me.
But do people really want to see a lonely, crying, sad person? Probably not.
And we
So
all
just
know she's doing this
just
for
so
attention.
So I'm just gonna cry and cry and cry like I have for days. Because I was never loved. I should have been loved, though. I really wonder, man, if I was loved and had good parents that actually cared. I wonder where I would have been.
Your parents did care, from what I could see. Your mother seems to be a sweet woman, but you mentally abused her, you could say, in a way. Well, let's just say you took advantage of her niceness.
You know, because I know I'm super smart, I'm super intelligent. It's just the other fucking things in my head. The things that hold me back. Like, if I was nurtured, I wonder what I would have been like. Where I would have been in life. How life would have ended up. But I wasn't nurtured.
She's making it sound that her parents were the worst ever and she was abused all the time. But from what I remember from the thing, I might be wrong. Her mother seems to be a sweet person and she was taken advantage by Shanny.
I was my parents' damn it doll.
Well, if you were, you damn adult because you took advantage of them.
Whenever they feel frustrated by something, let's go fuck Shannon over. Let's go pick on Shannon. Oh, it was awful as a child.
Well, from what I heard, you were awful, yeah.
It's like
I'm pretty sure when you were a minor, they punished you because you did some fuck shit there. Who the hell told her she's smart and intelligent? I don't know, man. Probably Rev. You know, he thinks he's a genius.
you're upset already, and they're all pointed and laughing at you. My mom, my dad, my sister just laughing at you and saying the worst things they possibly could, and you're just a kid. And you just,
Well, I'm sure your brother and your sister are better than you are. They got their shit together, and they probably have a job.
and you're just up in your room crying and crying. And they're just laughing downstairs like, what happened didn't happen. It's almost like they just did that to just get rid of me, just so I wasn't there or present. And I grow up as an adult and I still get that treatment by people.
It's because you lied and scammed to those people. You lied and scammed them. Remember your breast cancer? You had breast cancer for 2 years, but um, you never had treatment. Plus, you never went and got breast cancer test. Never had a mammogram or an X-ray. You keep saying that you got an appointment next week. You got an appointment next week. That what else? You have fibromyalgia. What else? You got crinkle heart. Well, note from my cardiologist is that crinkle heart does not exist. And from what I remember, though, well, from a personal experience, that, well, from what I remember, apparently, I think your mom or your dad had hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy is big heart disease. Okay? Inside your valve is swollen. That's what makes the heart bigger. I know I'm aware of that because I do suffer from it. And it's the number one death of then other than sudden it's the number one thing that people get sudden cardiac arrest. And from my experience, from what I was told with genetic testing, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, okay, it's from direct descendant. So that means your sister or your brother has it. And because I have it, I see my cardiologist, what, every 6 months or so? I go for echo every 6 months. I see my cardiologist. What else? Yeah, I have a ICD pacemaker implant. Where's yours? I can prove the mark.
And it takes you back to being that little girl crying, just wishing that someone would hear her, listen to her. No, not many people listen anymore. They'd rather point their finger and judge, laugh at the person, pick on the person.
Because of all your lies, your cancer, your crinkle heart, what else? Your fibromyalgia. You're in hospice apparently, and you get the food delivery service for elderly. Um, what else? Which was actually like TV dinners.
Attack their vulnerabilities. And me, I'm just a mess. I can't function. I don't, I don't even know where to start functioning again. To not feel this mass amount of depression.
You know, I recommend anybody who suffers from depression to go seek help. There is absolutely nothing wrong with getting help and being on a medication. I myself was diagnosed with depression, but I'm working with depression. I'm working through it, but I'm not as bad as her.
Feeling of being consumed. And nobody's really listening. That's how it feels. It feels like nobody's really listening. And I wish someone would hear me. But I'm alone in this world. Little advice: love those who are mentally ill. You don't want people to be like me, to get in this space where they're just torn up. And I am torn up. And my reason is valid. My feelings are valid. My words are valid. And I exist. Despite how many people don't want me to, I exist.
Mrs. Texas, I saw your thing. I can't pop it up, but you said your mother took you back in with two kids that you let piss in the corner of the bedroom. Big Shanny, you weren't a mother to your children. How do they feel? The kids? Yeah. I'm just glad they're out of there. They're in a better place. Apparently and I just can't believe she chose a man over her kids.
Someone. Is there anybody in this world that actually listens? That actually looks at human suffering and sees it and wants to take it away? Is there someone there that wants to help people who suffer? That it listens to people who suffer? I'll call them a baby. And I'll throw them away, but listen.
You did throw your kids away. Instead of raising them properly, you just pushed them away to a point where Rev, I think, kicked or punched your kid. And CPS got a hold of them, the police got a hold of them, and they're in foster care.
I don't feel like I'm heard or understood. I don't know if anyone will, or if anyone could. Poor Jason, he's even lost for words. He doesn't know how to deal with this.
Well, he should get a job, and you should get a job too, or go volunteer somewhere. I don't know. Anything. You could do anything. You just open the door and take a step outside and continue walking. Also, it'd be great if you lose some pounds. I'm not fat shaming, but she did say her legs are useless or not working, I mean. So it's best that she does exercise, start losing some pounds. Slowly go walk. Go for a walk. Just go as far as you can. If she could go to the end of the road, that's fine. She needs to just slowly, she needs to lose weight.
He just wants to see me happy, and am I capable of it? Am I capable of happiness? That's. I don't know. I'd like to. I know there's always little spurts of happiness sprinkled in life, but majority suffering and pain.
Hi, Chantal Gucci. I remember when she did have her kids, she sat there and fed her face, and your kid, yeah, she did. She pushed them aside. And she was like much smaller than this. Right now, she's about what? She must be close to 500 pounds.
But like those people who are really happy, like life is good, like I envy them.
And she does the same thing to Rev. You know, when she orders takeout or she has takeout DoorDash delivered to her from other people who ordered it, they she eats it all. Like for instance, if somebody sends her a pizza, she'll eat the pizza and Rev is going to eat the crumbs. Basically, that's why he's so thin.
I envy those lucky son of a bitches so much. They like have a perfect family. Everyone loves them. They have friends. They do things.
Let me just say, you're like Lori. You're a piece of shit. You are definitely a piece of shit because of everything you do and you did in the past. Well, you still do.
I was never allowed to have any of that. I wasn't allowed to have friends.
I'm pretty sure your parents would love if you had friends.
When I was little, whenever I'd have a friend or I'd get one, my mom would always end up fighting with their parents, and then I'd never see them again. She'd never do that to my sister's friends, though.
She's hateful. I've seen her sit there and eat all the food and not give Rev anything. I could never do that. No, me same here. It's like she claims she loves Rev, but she'll eat the whole pizza, for instance, and he's gonna stare at her like, "Can I have a piece? Can I have a piece?" And he would stare at the pizza. And once she's done, he has the crumbs. Hell, I don't let my roommate starve. You know, when I cook, I always say, "You want some?"
And a lot of them were trash, but dude, they could do whatever they wanted. Mine,
Her parents did a video once and seemed very nice, and now they're both gone. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I saw the video. The mother seems to be a real sweetheart. I think I might be wrong. One of them had cancer, and the other one had heart issues. She only loved Rev can do for her. I don't think people like her care. No, right now she doesn't care about Rev. She never cared about Rev. Rev right now he's just a piece of meat and somebody to be with her, and she's they are both living in a house that is owned by his uncle.
a girl with curly hair and glasses. I don't like her. She's weird. Why? Because she doesn't look like you? Oh, I'm sorry. My curly haired friend with glasses wasn't good enough for you, Mom. She was good enough for me, though. But that relationship was ruined by her, too. Like, and people continue her work in hurting me because she taught them to. Uh, Shannon needs to be controlled. Shannon needs to be controlled.
Yeah, she would be on the streets if it wasn't for him.
Shannon needs to be controlled. Why? I never got that. Why? Why do
And her uncle is his uncle is actually paying the bills.
Why do you need to be so controlled? Because I'm emotional? Yeah. Well, Mom, you're the one who gave me this emotional disorder, so blame it on you.
And she doesn't take care of herself. Look how greasy she is. Her hair is right now. And her hands. Rev is still there. Rev is they're still together because she's still at his house. You could say his uncle's house.
Hey, Ma, the emotional disorder. I mean, that's what happens when you fuck with your daughter's mind since they were a child. What the fuck did you expect? Did you expect me to come out normal after you waterboarded me and beat me and mentally abused me?
No, I don't think your parents abused you physically or mentally. I know. Yes, it is. It's from about 3 hours ago. I was going to go live, but I was recording all for one, and went to do some of the stuff, like garbage and whatever. Didn't he lie to his uncle and say Shanny had cancer to make uncle feel bad and let them stay there? Yeah. Which the cancer was not, she never had cancer. She's like what? Um, Tim, true knowledge, faking cancer, but she has breast cancer. And now she has, she always had crinkle heart, which from my cardiologist, that crinkle heart does not exist. Fibromyalgia. Well, she always claimed she had fibromyalgia. And apparently she's in hospice. But hospice for what? You don't go on hospice for crinkle heart and fibromyalgia. You go in hospice if you had like stage 4 cancer and other serious diseases. Shannon is trash. She literally threw her own children away to keep Jason. Yeah, like I said earlier, she chose a man instead of her kids. That's not a good mother.
And no amount of therapy takes this shit away. It's still there. There. And you don't get to see justice done either from all the shit that's done on you. You don't see any shit. I've never seen justice ever in my life.
She never seen justice for what? In other words, it should be justice on you, justice for your parents, because of everything you did. You took advantage of their niceness. Hi, Mongoose.
For myself. Ever. Everyone that's ever hurt me have gotten away with it. Because usually I'm the nice one. Don't tell on me. Okay, I'm not gonna tell on you. I'll be nice.
I am the same age as this crazy lady. I also have two boys. I would die without them. Yeah, and it's like with what Rev did, because I watched them last year and 2 years ago for over a year. And while they were on Twitch and Rumble, they did a couple of things. Anyways, because they keep getting banned. But of everything, I remember when the boys were there, she would feed herself instead of the kids. Um, and right now, she feeds herself instead of Rev. That's why Rev is so skinny.
The amount of people that would have been in jail over the shit they've done to me and me not saying anything is a tremendous amount of people.
Nobody would be in jail. They, like I said earlier, well, a few minutes ago, is that the only person that would be in jail is you if they would actually do something to you. Well, if they actually did something, went legal, but they didn't.
You know? Because I have to have my own morals and ethics. I can't, like, go down to their level. Like, I just refuse to go down to their level, but it ends up hurting me, too. You know? Sometimes I just wish I could just throat punch a motherfucker just for being a fucking asshole, and I don't. I'm sure you've met a couple in your lifetime, too.
Jesus Christ.
1 minute.
Busted. He's there.
Messages
What?
from people, dude,
What?
about you being on and like
Crying?
bad.
Who's messaging you?
Wookie Lover and Deadhead just messaged me. Something's really wrong, man.
Yeah, you know what's wrong.
This is not productive.
What is productive, Jason?
I don't know. You tell me. Our lives are fucked.
I know.
Because of the
Why do you
internet.
think I'm crying?
She was saying she's lonely and all that crap, but look who just popped up. Shanny needs to accept her part in life. Her parents did the best they knew. Her parents were raised by imperfect parents too. She's so self-absorbed. She wants to see others' pain. Get help, Shanny. That's it.
You don't have to treat me bad.
Well, I treat it like I don't exist, so whatever.
What do you mean you're treated like you don't exist?
No one cares. No one cares. I'm here. I care. I'm no one, though.
I can't stand these idiots. They do anything for attention. Yeah. Yep. All the illnesses that she has. Yeah, the hospice. What is she crying about now? She's crying about the she's all alone and nobody loves her. That.
Whatever. I don't care anymore. I don't. I barely function in a day.
Same.
So, whatever. I don't fucking care about anything anymore.
I was saying that you don't know how to deal with me.
No. I don't. I'm bipolar.
Well, what makes you think I know how to deal with myself?
Yeah.
When I'm so fucking hurt.
Well, that's things you go to therapy for. It just is. Honey. It is.
Yeah, it still doesn't take away the drama.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It doesn't take away the pain.
I have been in that mindset of not wanting to be here a long time, and I've just learned to deal with it.
Yeah, well, I'm not dealing with it right now. I'm whining.
Okay.
So let me fucking whine and cope.
Go ahead.
They're doing this for attention. They are. This is like made up. I know she's crying. You know, those are real tears. I call it more crocodile tears. Poor, poor, pathetic me. Even Rev can't stand the whining poor me instead of doing something about it. Yeah, therapy. He just said it though. Therapy would help. But this is a guy, when was this? Earlier this year or something? That he had a nervous breakdown and he went and got therapy and got some uh, help. But he's back to being messed up as he was before. Shannon needs to know if you don't change, nothing changes. No, it's like I got lucky. It's like when I am dealing with my depression, I'm working with it on my own. It's a performance art with Shanny and Rev. Yep. Rev said it therapy. Rev got big inheritance and Shanny spent it all on junk. Yeah.
You have been. I've been hearing about it.
Yeah.
Instead of just investing the money, no.
Well, I didn't know they were fucking texting you.
Yep. Yep.
No, I do have a right to be upset over everything, though. And how heartless people are in this world.
Her boys are in a foster home. Think about how they feel every single day. Yeah. It's like, I can't believe that she chose Rev over her kids after what Rev did to those kids. Now they're in a better place, and I heard they're doing well.
I have every right to be upset over that. I have every right to be upset over feeling like I'm not being heard. Of course,
Are you kidding me?
I'm not gonna deal with this right now. I can't. I'm just well, it's plugged in. That might be the reason why.
No, it vapes when it's plugged in.
I don't know. I don't know, hon.
Yep.
Is it me or her hands look dirty? Like they haven't been washed in a while.
But
I think they do this for attention, hoping someone would give them money. Yeah.
I just
I.
I mean, nobody does care because you do say a lot. I don't care.
Man, she got small, chubby hands, though.
So, how do I know if you care if you say I don't care?
That is true. She always looks dirty.
And I don't think you can fix loneliness.
Yeah, look at her finger, though. Fingernails. They're black.
I really don't. because I feel like I'm not being heard. I feel like I'm not being seen by
Look, it's not you.
and it really affects me feeling that way.
I'm not being mean. I am diagnosed CPTSD and MDD, major depressive disorder, and I get help for it. She has to seek help and participate. Yeah, like I said to some people that I know that had it, well, that keep saying that therapy does not work for me. I keep saying, well, are you doing what they're saying you to do? I did do therapy, and you got to work the service. You got to work what they're saying. If they're saying to keep a journal, you keep a journal. If they're saying go out, have fun, go to a certain place, go slowly, go to some of your safe place, and try to take a few steps out of your safe place. That's what I'm doing. Hey, Steven, there is help if she seeks it out. Yeah.
Because I say something and you yell. So there's no one to talk to, really. There's nothing. And I don't want to whine to you all the time either.
You don't mind. If you need to talk shit out, then we'll talk it out. You know. But I don't know what you're going to talk out because there's no solutions to any of the problems we have. So
Yeah, you know.
I don't know. I don't know. Which makes me not care because I don't have power over it.
Well, it's like your pain levels. You need to move
Right,
more.
right.
Okay, I move more. I hurt more. What does that say?
You move more. You got to do your own pace. There's so many forms of therapy nowadays. It's mind and body, eating, vitamins, and touching grass all contribute. Number two, people, no two people suffer the same that I ever learned. Yeah, we all. It's like I was diagnosed with PTSD, depression, and I did go to a group therapy for people who has PTSD, and I didn't. The group therapy was not for me. Let's just say that it was getting me mad for reason for some reason, but it could work for somebody, it could not work for somebody. But I rather do the one-on-one.
Oh, it just means you have to move more.
That's what they
But I
say.
do move more. I'm hurting more.
You got to move more, you're hurting more. That's because you don't do it properly. With my arthritis, my fibro, I'm out of here. I'm out of the house. When I walk about less than 5 minutes, just around the block, and that's when my hips get painful. You know what I do? I chug along.
Yeah, and then you get penalized with your hours with
Oh, I
people
know.
because you made a little bit of progress.
I know. I know. It's like the only solution they have for me is rest and move. How do you rest and move at the same time?
Exactly. I don't know. I don't think that's something that's a thing. I don't think.
Unplug it and try it.
But I'm pretty sure that if she walks to the kitchen or to the bathroom or to the bedroom, she's she's good. She needs to just open the door, go out, even at the end of the driveway. Go there. Keep doing it. And then when you feel ready, just go to the go across the street. Do it for a couple times. And then just extend your walk.
But
I don't believe
nothing fucking works in our
You're amazing, Chantal. You're a fighter and it's everyone love chill. Thank you, Mongoose. Um, yeah, I can't just stay home and stop doing going out because that's when mental health gets worse. I just go out. If I want to go to groceries, I go to groceries. I have my walker with me. So if it happens that I get too much pain, I just sit down for 5, 10 minutes. Well, let's just say less than 5 minutes. Because I'm more of a up and go. She even know what the doctor meant. You move and you take a rest. Yeah, like I just said, you go slowly. If she could just go out to the driveway, do that a couple times, and then cross the road, you do that a couple times, and then you extend it. Go try to walk to the next block, and then next block. She needs to start doing exercise. Also, when I took my cardiac rehab, they were giving us the elastics for the exercise ones. We were doing that. We were doing weights. And then once we were done for what, 15 minutes or so, once we were enough, we just walk around. They have this big course. We did walking. A lot of people were doing oh geez, Nordic walking, but I was doing it with my walker because they have no programs for people who are handicapped. But um, what's good is walking. She could order those elastic on Amazon. I think I paid like what, $10 for it. I think Shanny just plain lazy. She gets told by professional what to do and she makes excuses why she can't. Yeah,
our life. Nothing is gonna work in our life, Jason. Just accept it like I have to. Accept that life is nothing but a worthless struggle, and then you die. Pretty much what it is. A worthless, thankless struggle.
because today, what I did today, um, we ran out of coffee. My roommate and I. Well, my roommate had his some of them, and I ran out of coffee, so I all there was local. The grocery store were closed, so I had to go take the bus downtown in order to get coffee. What I did is I stopped downtown uh, in the market. I walked around the market because I wanted to see the fruit and vegetables. And from the fruit and vegetables, I realized they didn't have any, and I think they tripled the price or something. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, and to see if I know somebody selling the fruits, vegetables, because it's usually family, you could say in a way, that sells the fruit and vegetables, and there's only one stand, and it was expensive, and I don't. It's not local. Let me just say that. So I went to the grocery store, the closest grocery store, which was open. Found coffee there, but it was not what I wanted. It was too expensive. So I went to another grocery store, which was a block away. Their coffee, they didn't have the coffee I wanted. So I went to the pharmacy, which had the coffee we wanted. So I bought it. I took the bus home. There's a pharmacy about a couple blocks away that had a good deal on 30 K cups of coffee. So I bought 2 boxes and I came home.
But you'll get all your fame and glory after you die, not in your lifetime. You have to die in
I don't think that's true. No.
order for people to notice you. Like Van Gogh. Van Gogh had BPD like I did. He was a very lonely, abused person too. A lot of trauma in his background.
I don't know about that, so I can't confirm.
You know what they did? What the fuck? They ignored Van Gogh. Van Gogh, get away from you, drunk, get out of this bar, kicked out of places.
Hmm?
He makes some paintings trying to cope with his mental problems.
At least he's doing something. Art is very good for mental health. So if he was bipolar or something, that art is good therapy. And back in those days, they didn't have shit for people who had it. And also in the 19 what late 1800, early 1900, you were put in a sanitarium if you had any kind. If you were depressed, you were locked up in a sanitarium for the rest of your life.
Suffering he took in.
But also a lot of people during the Van Gogh times, they turn into alcoholism.
And then after he died, oh, that's when he becomes an artist. After he dies.
Because we are in modern times. A lot of people, they get to know art. That's how he became famous. Van Gogh, he's still one of the top artists.
Not when he was actually making the art, but after he died. That's when you become famous. That's when you're finally listened to.
Because back then, a lot of people did not appreciate art the way it is now.
And what a shame to have that in the world. That I'll figure it out. Give me a minute. I'll get off soon. But what a shame it is to like be in this world, make all this art that people just are, nowadays. Most people know what a starry night is and they love that. It's usually a lot of people's favorite painting.
It's like even Shakespeare was not popular back in the days, but a lot of people appreciate literatures now. You know, when it comes to the modern time, literature is top.
But he was ignored while he was alive. You know, if only people could listen to you now when you're alive instead of waiting for you to be dead to listen to you. You could say the same thing about Picasso, too. Man struggled with mental health problems.
Robin Williams, modern day.
He dies and then becomes famous. You know,
I don't think if you go, you're never going to become famous. You're infamous for being a scammer and a faker. Have a good night, Carly. Sleep well.
then he's recognized.
Oh,
Thank you for coming.
Robin Williams was
And
not.
it really sucks that, can I just speak, please? It really sucks. It really fucks me in the ass.
Welcome to Luxury Casino, Ontario's most trusted online casino. Now with
That people don't put care while people are alive. Like, it's sad.
Yeah, she's Picasso and Van Gogh.
It's sad that I know I have to wait to die in order to finally be heard.
No, it's not going to be possible because you're going to be known as a scammer and a faker. Hmm. But there's only one faker that is the goat. His nickname is Faker, and he's the greatest of all times.
Why can't I be heard now? Everyone's so giddy at seeing others suffer. And that just, it sickens me. It sickens me to the core. It sickens me how people are cheering on Amberlynn's aunt for emotionally abusing her.
Well, that I don't know a thing about Amberlynn, but I could do research on her.
It sickens me how, like, King Cobra is finally appreciated after he died. And now all these assholes who used to pick on him and make fun of him are now acting like they're mourning him, even though you're the ones who caused him this pain.
And she better not say anything about Technoblade. I'm trying to empathize, but she is just whining in circles. Sorry, but I can't Shanny anymore tonight. Have a great night. Have a great night, Mongoose.
Where he felt like he had to drink himself to oblivion.
Yeah, she better not say anything about Technoblade. Rest in peace. He is a um Rob, Roblox and Fortnite player that he had cancer and he passed away.
To people like you, Judgment Day is not going to be kind on you. God's going to call you out over the shitty things you've done to others and how you
No, but I didn't like him either.
placated to humanity after the person passes. But in his life, you had a lot of fun torturing him. But in his death, oh, he was such a wonderful person. I loved him so much.
No. King Cobra is a loser. I don't like him.
Liar. You tortured him to death. And you think that now you're mourning. You're such a good person. You're not.
There's a lot of people who passed that I don't like. I never liked, and I'm not saying that I liked before. Never.
You help contribute to the suffering of someone, to their death. You're a fucking shitty person.
Nah, you're a shitty person. Because of all the scamming and the faking you're done, and you let Rev abuse your kids to a point where Rev got charged, but you got him out of jail. Because I remember that car ride. You were driving, and well, I think, anyways, you went live and said that he's out of jail. Remember that?
And it's the same for my trolls too. When I die and they act like, oh, Shannon was so wonderful. I loved her so much.
No, they're probably gonna say you're a piece of shit, a big umpalupa, a whale.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll fucking ghost your ass and tell you you're full of shit from the grave, okay?
Nah.
Because it's really just, ugh, I can't, I can't take inhumanity. I can't take it. And I'm really upset over it. I'm really upset how others treat others and hate on others and I can't do it anymore. You know, I try to go into my own little world. That's not even helping today. So I guess I'll just cry and cry
And cry and cry because
and
that's all you do.
cry. Because I'm mourning people who are alive and I'm isolated.
Like I said, to get you some help, you need some help, therapy, or go inside and get yourself 5150'd.
Because
Right,
there's no one
Bella?
to trust or talk to. Jason's the only one in my life. I'll be honest, he's the only one. There's only one
Well, you're using him.
person in my life.
Yeah, and good luck with that.
What does that
I'm
mean?
a completely useless, damaged individual at this point.
Same.
So it's
So they're useless piece of shit. Bingo.
like having no one, pretty much.
Same.
Like a Johnny Silverhand ghost in your head, chain smoking. That's basically it.
That's sometimes I think maybe you're a
An engram in your head,
yeah.
maybe, and I'm dead,
Jeez.
maybe. Other
I do
people
think
see
that
me though,
sometimes.
so
I do feel like that sometimes. Maybe you're just a ghost.
And she has about the same amount of teeth as
What if we
Lisa
told you
has.
that the hottest casino in town was actually
can't because people see me. So
Well, that's good.
yeah, nah, not really. I'd rather be a ghost than deal with people.
I'd rather just not exist.
Exactly.
Just poof.
Correct.
Because non existent means no more suffering.
Antinatalists have a point.
They do.
They really do.
They really do.
Why create more suffering?
Yeah, exactly.
You stop having kids, you got no suffering. There you go.
Good thing my tubes are tied, I guess. That's something that Buddha, Siddhartha, was always talking about, is the suffering in this world. That's one thing I think he really wanted to understand is suffering. That's why, he starved himself and he did all this stuff to have an understanding of suffering. He didn't have to. He was a rich prince, His family would have taken care of him, but he chose to go beyond the walls of the kingdom and experience life. Purposely experience life. Um, and he ended up finding enlightenment. I'm wondering what that was exactly. Um, I haven't experienced enlightenment, but I have experienced ego death. So that
Ego death? Okay,
is something that me and Siddhartha have in common. Um, is ego death.
I think enlightenment is just attaining the higher frequency. That's all it is.
I think enlightenment is finding inner peace within yourself and making
I think the gabapentin is hitting.
amends with the world and its suffering.
I don't think you can reconcile the suffering, but okay.
But I'm just speaking from his perspective.
Mm.
Right, Bill?
But from my perspective, I'm really tired of being in pain all the time and people hurting me. They know I'm in pain, but they hurt me. Like,
You're too fucking lazy to get off that goddamn couch, open a door, and take a step outside. And go get some therapy. You could even do therapy online. I rather do therapy out of the house. I rather do things out of the house.
shouldn't me being in pain all the time be good enough for you? No, let's increase the pain. Let's make it more of a traumatic pain and suffering. And I think that. I am prone to be abused by people because they know
No, Shani, you are the one abusing. You're not the one being abused.
I'm wear my emotions on my sleeve, so it's easier to get that attainment of seeing pain in someone's eyes, because that's what psychopaths like to see.
Something that you are.
It's the suffering, the pain, the life being taken out of someone. Me, not so much. I don't like to see anyone in pain. Like, I, I, I have this natural affinity. If I see someone suffering, I'm like, go in nurse mode and try to do everything I can to fix the suffering. Uh, I'm usually really good at it too, taking care of someone.
No. No, you were what? Not a nurse's aide. Anyways, you were, but you didn't. I'm pretty sure you got fired of that job. Plus, you're not doing well taking care of Rev because when you eat of the pizza, you give him the crumbs. You're not saying, "Well, here's a piece." No, you give him the
And
crumbs.
helping them. It's so funny. You help all these people, but you can't help yourself in your own suffering. The irony. It's almost like your mind needs someone else other than themselves.
If you don't want to do therapy, well, there's a lot of self help books about depression, how to get yourself better. Hi, Spacey boy. I would not see her as a babysitter at all.
Alright, I'm getting off this thing. I'll cry behind the scenes. But please just
Oh, oh,
be kind to others.
I got a few bad.
And try not to have enjoyment when you see people suffer you don't like. It's not. I just. I honestly, I think it's sick in the head to take enjoyment seeing someone suffer.
No, but you do see, well, you do enjoy scamming people, taking advantage of people, like you did your mom, your dad. I remember G-Man.
I just can't have too much compassion in my heart. Uh, I don't care who it is, my worst enemy. I'd still find a way to find some kind of compassion for them if I knew they were suffering in some way.
You have no compassion for nobody.
It's just who I am as a person. Are they grateful? Many aren't, but I do what I do. Am I having any clear purpose in life? Nope. All my dreams have been destroyed. Like, everything I ever wanted to do in life has been destroyed, so.
And whose fault is that? We all had dreams. Some of us succeed, some of us failed, and some of us are like, oh, okay.
It is what it is. All right. Bye, guys.
And that is all. So, yeah, Shani needs to go therapy. Inpatient, preferably, because that's when she's going to get more help. But with all the scamming she has done, it's unforgivable. Anyways, so that's it for me for tonight. I am going to go straight to bed. And thank you everyone for coming. And have an amazing night or day, depending where you are. So have a good have a good day. Bye.